Hello, I'm Matt, and I'd like to welcome you to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to do an initial review of the Ballard MowChete lawnmower blades. I'm going to use them on my Exmark Lazer Z E-Series lawnmower. I normally use Ballard's razor blades, but I recently bent a blade mowing my woods because I have a pine forest here on my property. And while I was mowing my woods, I bent a blade, but as you can see, the blade here is pretty well worn out. And we'll go over that here in just a minute. So let's go look at the blades. As you can see, this blade is pretty much bent, but as you can see, the fin's already worn off of it, so it's pretty much was toast anyway. I was trying to get a little extra life out of them, and it was kind of interesting that I'd been gone for a couple of weeks on vacation, and I didn't get my blades ordered before I left, and I didn't want them just delivered to the house while I was gone. So I decided I'd see how much more life I could get out of them, because one of the articles I read with Exmark was that a low lift blade cuts bahia grass much better. So I figured the lifts on them were pretty well wore out, so I'd kind of see how that went. And actually, it was pretty amazing how well it mowed the yard. So I went ahead and used these blades, and then I got into my pine forest, and as you can see, I kind of ended up with a little bit of a bent blade. So let's get these out of the package here. One of the things I like about the Ballard razor blades is I typically get about 10 more hours of cut time out of them over the factory Exmark blades. Additionally, the Ballards are about half the price of the Exmark blades, so I kind of like that. And as you can see, they've got a paint on them, which ain't going to last very long. As you can see, these weren't painted, but it pretty much wears everything off. The Exmark blades are red when you get them, but the paint doesn't stay on them except on the ring, right around where you put the bolt at. So let's go get them put on the mower and see how that goes. Safety first. A lot of people use a jack to lift up the front of their zero-turn lawnmower, but I already have these ramps, and they're real easy to move around, so I can't see the point in buying a jack just for this. A couple blocks behind the tires, and then I changed the blades. I'm using a Milwaukee Impact to tighten the blades up. Now let's go see how she mows. Safety first once again. I'd already mowed the front of the yard, and I got some clumping in the yard, so I decided to do a dual mow, or a double mow. And the way that I do this is I go down the row from the middle of the yard, and then I work my way out to the outside of the yard, pushing the clippings towards the outside of the yard, and I end up with a really clean mow. This is something I learned more recently, but it works excellent with this zero-turn mower. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I like to mow as fast as the lawnmower will go. I'm going to speed it up a little bit so I don't waste too much of your time. This is a picture of the clumping that I had in the front yard. And here's a short clip of what it looked like when I finished the backyard. Looks pretty darn good to me. And now we'll work on the pine forest some. Each week when I mow my grass, I try to expand the mowing that I do in the pine forest a little bit. And I basically spend what I can get done in that particular day, cleaning it up just a little bit more each week. And eventually, I'll end up with it the way that I want it looking. And as you can see here, these lawnmower blades are taking a little bit more abuse than your typical lawnmower blade on your typical backyard. I've used the combination of the flail mower and this zero-turn lawnmower to clean up all the pine forest that I've cleaned up so far on my property. I still got about 3 acres to go, and I'll get to that this winter. But each week, like I said, I try to clean up a little bit more of what I've already flail mowed with the zero-turn, so my blades take a lot more abuse than a normal person would in the whole time they probably have their lawnmower blades. Here's a couple pictures of the blades after I pulled them off the mower after 3.7 hours of mowing my kind of unusual yard with normal backyard and a pine forest. Here's a quick picture of the blades after they're first sharpened. It does seem to take a little bit longer to sharpen the longer bevel on these blades, but they do seem to cut the bahia grass a lot better to where I don't have to double cut areas quite as often because the stems seem to cut off a lot cleaner with this bevel. Now this section of grass here is a section that I let grow up for about 3 months because I wanted to do a flail mower video, which you can see a link of at the end of this video, showing how the flail mower works on grass. All of my other videos have shown how it works using it in the pine forest, but I thought I'd try to give people a little different perspective to see how it worked on the grass. And you can see that on the left-hand side of the screen. And here I'm coming with a zero-turn to clean up the right side of the screen. The Exmark Lazer Z with these MowChete blades works pretty darn good for cutting this 3-month-old tall grass. And now the Exmark thinks it's a plow. But it all handled it really well. And here I'm just cleaning up the rest of this section to get it back to looking like what the rest of my yard looks like. This is a picture of this section that I mowed with the flail mower and then cleaned up with the Exmark with the Ballard MowChete blades. Here's a quick picture of the backyard after I got done using these MowChete blades. In all, I'm pretty happy with the Ballard MowChete blades. One thing you do want to keep in mind if you put these MowChete lawnmower blades on your lawnmower is that they're 3 inches wide instead of the 2.5-inch stock size. And the deck on my mower at least is tilted forward slightly, supposedly to give a better cut. But this also means they reach a little bit further than the stock blades, and I noticed I did hit some roots that I don't normally hit. But you'd only have to lift your deck up about 1/4 of an inch to keep this from happening. Please like and subscribe. If you have a question, leave it in the comments section, and I'll answer you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, and may you have an awesome day.